Hello, and welcome to episode 27 of the Spicy Homemaker podcast. My name is Melissa, and this is a podcast about knitting and creative living. Today is Sunday, September 25th, and I just want to say welcome to each and every viewer who has taken the time to watch my podcast. I so appreciate each and every one of you, and I love the connections I have been able to make through this podcast. We just hit our 1-year podiversary. It was September 23rd, and last podcast I talked about opening a thread for a giveaway. So I think we should just start right now let's just start on a high note, shall we? So I opened a thread we reached over 2,000 subscribers, and we have the podiversary. So we're doing kind of a bigger giveaway. And what I've decided to do is I'm just going to leave that thread open for a while. And for the next 3 podcasts, starting today, I am going to announce a winner because we have 3 prizes, which I showed on the previous podcast, and I'll show them again. And I drew a winner from that thread, random number generator, and the winner of the 2,000 plus subscriber and podiversary giveaway is, we got a few winners today. I don't want to get them mixed up. Oh, here we go. It is Shep Z3 on Ravelry, who is Sarah. Sarah, congratulations. Please contact me on Ravelry. Give me your name, your address, and which prize you want. So the prizes are, you can pick any skein of yarn or fiber, if you prefer, from Diabolical Yarn. And if you choose that, let me know what skein you pick, what base, and I will let Rachel know, and I will have that sent directly to you. The other option is this beautiful Erin Lane bag, which I've shown previously. Tons of pockets, and it's absolutely huge. And the other prize option is this beautiful skein of Rhinebeck Rainbow from Cannon Hand Dyes, which you will see one of my socks done in this. I have a skein for myself. So Sarah, you get to pick one of those 3 prizes. Let me know which one you choose and give me your name, or your full name and address, and I will get that right out to you. Congratulations. And thank you so much to every single person who has taken the time to leave a comment in that thread. I love the comments. I love the suggestions you guys are putting out there. It's a happy thread. I like that thread a lot. And it's been very hard not to make a comment back. I don't want to mess up the giveaway, so I'm not commenting, but I'm reading each and every one, and I just thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you will definitely see some more suggestions being incorporated into the podcast soon. One other thing I want to say about that is, not about that, but last podcast, I am so sorry, I uploaded a 9-minute podcast, and I had no clue that it was 9 minutes. Thank you to each and every person who immediately let me know, hey, I think there's something wrong, because there was. I had no clue, and I re-uploaded it and it went fine, but thank you for letting me know, and I apologize to those of you who have subscribed and got 2 alerts in the same day letting you know that I put 2 episodes out. I try to keep the technical difficulties on my end transparent to you guys, or not transparent, like where you just don't know that they happen. But that one was unavoidable. So sorry. It does happen. There are gremlins in computers and cameras, as we all know. But thank you for letting me know, and thank you for subscribing. If you like this podcast, please subscribe, because there's just a lot of things that go along with YouTube and things we can do, and there's just some cool things coming down the pipe. So if you really want to be on top of things and know what's going on, hit the subscribe button down there, okay? And we do have a Ravelry group called the Spicy Homemaker Podcast Group. So just so you know, there's usually show notes are posted there, which, by the way, I did not post for last podcast. I am very diligent about doing show notes, but I just didn't last podcast. There's just a lot going on. I am trying not to look as frazzled as I feel these days. So let's just pretend that I live in serene, calm environment. Yes. Yeah, I think if I say that enough, it might happen. Until I hear a kid yell or go to work or, whatever. So I I got a lot to cover today. Some great knitting I can't wait to share with you guys. We got some more giveaways I'm going to talk about. I got a couple KALs I want to talk about. I got some wonderful acquisitions I want to show you at the end. And yeah, let's just dive right in. Okay, let's talk about first and foremost, well, not first and foremost, but put this in right here. I do have a coupon code for you. I have a coupon thread in the Spicy Homemaker Ravelry group. If you ever want to see what coupons are available, check out that thread. Someone just posted a new coupon today, I noticed. I did not write that information down, but it's there and it's for yarn. But Bags by Awesome Granny, who is Darlene, she gave us a Spicy 15 coupon code that is good for, I think, through the end of November, if I remember correctly. And if you want to use that and experience one of her awesome bags, I highly suggest it. Yep, November 30th. The other thing I want to talk about is this review real quickly that I did last podcast. I'm not going to go over the whole review at all, but this is a DPN roll, which I said that I really enjoyed, by Della Q. And when I showed it, not all my DPNs are in there. There's lots of little holders in here. If you want to hear more about it, check out the last podcast. But I want to make a correction. I was talking about how when I traveled with these, that my needles would fall out if they weren't really in something tight and secure. Well, I was doing it wrong. I was folding it and like this, which is how I would do it in my craft room when I'm not transporting it. I would leave it like this. But Della left a message on my last podcast, which I was so glad, because I want to give out good information. It's even called a DPN roll, and I wasn't rolling it. It's supposed to be rolled, and that keeps your DPNs secure. And as I said before, I would never travel with all of these. I just don't see the point of traveling with all my DPNs. I cannot imagine a scenario where that's necessary, but should you want to do that, if you roll them, they will be secure. Also, I had mentioned that I did not particularly care for this green. I thought it was very out of place with the very natural and organic look of this. Della said that there are going to be a brown, a gray, and a black option coming soon. So I think that would be fabulous. That would be perfect. So there you go. Correction on that. Then we have, let's go right into the next winners. For the Cardiac Redalong, which is wrapping up September 30th, I am co-hosting that with the wonderful ladies of the Pin, Hook, and Needles podcast, Tahlia and Marlicia. Hello, ladies. And I gave away 2 patterns via random number generator in their group. And I have the last prize that I'm giving away for the Cardiac Expo pop-up thread that I put in my group. So you get, oh goodness, these wonderful minis by Brew City Yarns, and some beautiful stitch markers by Knitty by Nature, and this gorgeous bag by Victoria House Fibers. And the winner of that is Zoso, number 41. So contact me, give me your information, and I will get that right out in the mail to you, okay? Congratulations. And it's been so fun doing that knit along with the Pin, Hook, and Needles lady. I had a great time. So thank you so much for inviting me to that. The next thing I want to talk about, let's see, I'm trying to get through this really quick so we can get right into the knitting. Okay, oh my goodness, yes, here we go. Another KAL is starting. It's already started. If you read my Ravelry group, some of you have, there's a thread for the Wee Knits Along. I am co-hosting that with Mina from the Knitting Expat. As some of you may have heard, probably all of you, she is expecting a little girl in February, so I think that's awesome. And she's all into baby knitting. Well, I love baby knitting. I highly recommend baby knitting to people who have never tried garments. It's an excellent way to try out a garment and figure out the construction without a huge commitment and price tag to it. And also, almost everybody knows somebody who's having a baby or a baby shower that you have to attend. It's nice to have something knit that's nice and ready to go, and you don't even have to think about it, and you can give them something handmade versus trying to rush and get it done in time for the baby shower. So I try to keep something for a baby on the needles, but regardless, we're hosting a knit along. And the FO thread is going to be in Mina's group, the Knitting Expat, okay? The whips and chatter is going to be in my group. We have a hashtag, which you will see down here for Instagram, because there just may be some prizes drawn from the Instagram. And we're going to keep that open. We don't have a date yet on when it's going to end, but figure about 2 months. We'll have that soon. But just put some baby stuff in there. We're allowing whips. Just no more than 50% can be done, okay, when you start. And share what you got. You can put each item in the FO thread once. Like, so if you knit a hat and a sweater, that's 2 entries, okay? Look at the rules thread. Nina has a rules thread. I have a rules thread. Our rules are the same. It's just that she has the FO thread and I have the whips thread in the chatter thread, okay? Any questions, let me know. But I'm really excited to do that. I think that's going to be so much fun. I love baby stuff. Who doesn't like knitting baby stuff? They're so tiny. They're so cute. That may be it for... Oh, that's good. I had a lot to cover. Did I cover everything? I think I did. I think I did. Oh, for the baby knit along, the wee knits along, I don't know what the prizes are going to be yet. I need to get those together. I think I have a couple on hand now. So if there's any donations or anybody wants to donate a prize, feel free. Contact me. Let me know. But, and also, I'm going to be... Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that. If you have something you want to donate, let me know. And I'll show you some prizes and probably post some pictures of the prizes in that chatter thread, okay? And I think that's it for administrative. So I have no idea where this is going to go into. I just realized I did not talk about my advent calendar. So my advent calendar swap, briefly, what I want to talk about is that it is posted. Everyone's been matched up. You need to respond in that thread. You need to chatter in that thread. I have had some difficulties with swaps, and if I don't hear from people within another week or so, if they have not responded to their partner, there was a questionnaire, then I'm going to rematch them up. I cannot take the risk of somebody not having a partner for this, okay? There's some very specific deadlines in there that need to be met. The Advent swap is to be fun, and I want it to be fun. I know I'm kind of sounding firm, but I just... Swaps have not been fun for me lately. And I just, no. After this swap, I'm not doing swaps for a really long time. I can't. So please, help me make this the enjoyable experience I know that it should be, okay? There are guidelines in there. There are rules in there. Please, please, please ask me any question if you have any questions about it. I'm doing this with Katrina from the Yarn 30 podcast. I need a person for a small swap. If you're interested in that, you could sign up now. I kind of kept that person just kind of waiting because I've had a few people have some serious things that they had to drop out. Totally understand that. That is not a big deal. I don't want to make it sound like if you drop out because you have something extenuating, that's a horrible thing. No, you let me know. That's a good thing. What is bad is when you don't let somebody know something and you fade out with no explanations. And that's just not polite. It's not polite. It's just not nice. Please don't do that. If you have an issue, please let me know as soon as you can, because this is a very fun swap that is going to be a Christmas present for someone. It's closed out, but I believe Vicky from Sweet Leaves podcast still has hers open. So if you're interested in doing one, go over to hers and check it out. But look at the thread, respond in the thread, get in touch with your partner, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. There'll be more in the future about some things. And we're already chattering in there about some ideas and some calendars that you can make, or if you even actually want a calendar and how we're going to go about that. But anyways, had to put that out there. And hopefully, I don't know where this is going to be jammed in, but it's going to be there somewhere. All right, moving on to whatever is after this. Okay, so let's dive into some knitting, shall we? I have a finished object, one half-finished object or a hoe, and a whip. And I've got so much I want to tell you guys about these things. So let me start off with what I think, what I know to date right now, September 25th. My favorite knit object ever is this. This is, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen pictures. This is, I might put some in here, I don't know. It depends on how much editing I'm going to do today. I always say that I'm going to edit lightly and then I almost never do. So this is my 3 Pips shawl by Amy Meeks and Debbie Reese of the Periscoping Sisters. This is a paid-for pattern on Ravelry. If you're looking for it, they both designed it, but it's under Amy Meeks' name. That has to do with Ravelry issues, nothing else. But first mystery knit along, and I loved it. And also first knit along that I've done that I think I finished in a very timely fashion. So mystery knit alongs, let's talk about that for a second. I don't even think about like, oh, spoiler alert, because, and I'm so sorry if I spoiled anything for anybody, it doesn't register with me because I am that person that you could tell me the end of the movie and I'm perfectly okay with knowing. It doesn't bother me a bit. You can tell me the end of a TV show. I can read, and I'll do this often, read the end of the book, like a chapter or two to find out what's going to happen, and I'll still read the book. Like, I'm kind of weird like that. Now, I love surprises. Like, I love getting Christmas gifts that I don't want to know anything about. I love going on trips that are surprises. My last kid, Ruby, I waited to find out what she was and for 9 months. I do love surprises, but on certain things, I'm completely fine knowing what's going to happen. And in fact, in a lot of instances, I want to know. Well, with this, let's see, what do I want to say about this? First of all, very easy knit, garter stitch, right? Some increases, very wearable shawl. I cannot put this on right now. It'll mess up the microphone, and I will definitely throw in pictures here. But super quick. There's a lot going on. It's a 3-color shawl, but as you can see, I changed some things. Amy, if you ever watch her on Periscoping Sisters, is always forever changing patterns. It's a guideline, and I sort of kind of did it in what I call Amy fashion. But what I did is, when I saw the second clue, I went into Instagram and saw what people were posting ahead of time. And I'm glad I did, because I did want to change it. I knew with the colors I chose, if I would have knit it the way the pattern was said, for the colors I picked, I would not have been as happy as I am now. So you start out here with one color, your variegated or your speckled, and this is Woolen Vine yarns, and this is one of her misfires of the water sprites. So it's a one of a kind I bought years ago, and I'm in love with this color. Oh gosh, I so wish this was a repeatable colorway. This one is, and they both have stellina, is Canon hand dyes, and I don't have that colorway written down. I'll have it in the show notes, but it as you can see, it goes every other row. Start out with a big chunk of your variegated and speckled, then you put in your solid, and this is like clue 1. So when clue 2 comes, you're supposed to use this solid and another solid that's different up here. I wanted to use as much of the Woolen Vine yarn as I could because I just love this colorway. So, and I like it better going throughout, but I still kind of wanted to jazz it up a little bit. So I got rid of that third colorway altogether. It was like a really dark charcoal. And I went through my mini skein stash and had the best time picking out colors for this. And almost every single one of them are stellina, and there's a lot of Woolen Vine in here too. I'm pretty sure these pinks and this mauve is a Woolen Vine yarn. I didn't write them down. There's how many do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different minis in here. 7, I think. But I just kind of did like almost like a gradient in a way that I kind of created myself with different shades of blue, pinks and purples and grays. This is a gray, I really like that too. The gray did not have stellina in it, but it was just this really shimmery, it just had a really good feel to it, and I just liked how it looked. But then in the end, I put this dark blue, which looks like my previous blue, but it's not. And if I were to do anything different, I would have changed that color probably, because one, the yarn is really thick. This is a fingering weight shawl, and it's okay. It doesn't bother me at all, but I would have changed that out knowing what I know now about it. But regardless, here's the lace part of it, and it goes back to the variegated and speckled, and then you're supposed to just do, I think, just this little picot bind off at the end. So I added another stripe here and a little bit of a few repeats and then the picot. So I added a little extra here, and I think, did I add here? There might be a couple here. I cannot remember. I wrote down notes, and I will put them in my Ravelry notes because I really enjoyed this, and I love what I did here, and I love the picots in this shawl because I'm not a picot girl, but these are very subtle picots. And I did block this using blocking wires, and also because I was so excited and I didn't test any of these yarns, and I have multiple yarns in here, and I'm sure they were probably fine, but I was not going to take any chances with this. So when I blocked it, I did not soak it. I sprayed it. I have a spray bottle of water, and I just sprayed it really good and just blocked it out and used it that way. So very, very happy with this. I would knit this again. I could see doing so much with this. I think this has, if you're into patterns that you want to it gives you a good baseline to do something, but you want to modify it, this is great. This is such a great thing to do here. The pattern's beautiful as is too, but if you see the finished ones on the way the pattern's supposed to be, I think it would really help you choose your 3 colors more wisely than what I would have originally done. I don't know if that made any sense at all, but I think this would make a great gift too. Like, I could see myself knitting another one of these easily. Wonderful pattern. Thank you, ladies. So glad I did it. I had the best time with this. Just, I love this. I've already worn it twice. And it's hot here right now. So it was not even the best of it. I got made fun of at work by a guy because he's like, you know, it's 90 degrees outside and you're wearing a scarf inside. I'm like, whatever. That's beautiful. So there's that. That's my only finished object. I got so much getting ready to come off the needles. I have so many projects going on. I'm only showing you guys 3. Okay, so let's move on to my hoe, my half object, which is a sock, of course. But it is in my Naughty Gnomes bag. Beautiful little mermaid bag by Sarah. And it's got a great divider in here too. So if you do 2 at a time socks, awesome. I do not do 2 at a time socks, but I still like having my stuff divided in a bag. It's really nice. So this is in the Rhinebeck Rainbow that I showed earlier. This is Oscar Sparkle sock, 6 color self-striping. It's 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina, 425 yards, Cannon hand dyes. So this is what it looks like in a skein. Here's what it looks like caked up. And then here's what it looks like as a sock. Now I used Susan B. Anderson's Smooth Operator pattern. It's a vanilla sock pattern, clearly, as you can see. And what did I do here? So I was thinking about this sock quite a bit because my first thought is, it's just okay. And that's nothing against Susan B. Anderson. I think if you're interested in doing an afterthought heel, a vanilla sock pattern, there's just things you need to learn. It's a great pattern to buy. Susan B. Anderson does things top notch. And there's lots of tutorials and tips. But as I was thinking about this, so one of the things is I'm not a fan of the afterthought heel. It's just okay in my opinion. I hated putting it in the way that I learned originally. I love Susan B. Anderson's way of putting it in. It was much easier. But it still felt like it just didn't fit that great. And then the toe, interesting thing to note, she just added a note in there. So usually the toe and the heel are very similar in their decreases, or actually they're almost exactly the same really. But she has a tip in there now that includes, it's like a single line decrease. So when you do this particular decrease, you kind of get this little gap here. It spreads. Like, I usually sew that up like I did on this side a little bit, but sometimes you get like little holes, which is, it doesn't really bother me. It's not huge and it looks like it should be there, but it's there. She does it in a way now, obviously this way is it still in the pattern, but there's a way to do it where it's a single line and there is no gap. I have not tried that, but I'm definitely going to try that on another pair of socks very, very soon because I'm very interested in that. But what I was thinking about with this is, and I did get holes here no matter what, I still got them at the corners. And that could just be me, I don't know. I do like afterthought heels for self-striping yarn. I still can't figure out, no fish lips kiss heels out there. I've completed one successfully on a Ruby sock, not on a Melissa sock or an adult sock yet. But anyways, I do prefer something like this for self-striping. It just makes it easier, or it makes it look better without messing up the stripes. It just works well. I don't think I like any of my socks right off the bat that well. I didn't think about that until recently. There's been like maybe 2 pairs of socks that I've had. Any socks that people make for me, I love instantly. I don't know. I think it's just because someone made them for me. But if I made them personally, I'm kind of iffy on them. I'm just like, they don't feel quite right. But here's what I'm noticing now. After I've worn them a few times and I've washed them at least once or twice, like a pair of socks right now I'm wearing, they feel fine. They feel great. There's no issue. It was a short row heel pattern. I'm wearing a pair of Mina socks right now with her this way and that way socks. And I was saying in that one, I wasn't a fan of the short row heel. And same thing, the fit didn't feel that great. They feel great now. So maybe it's just a breaking in period. I don't know, but I'll let you know. I'm definitely excited. I do like these socks. They're not uncomfortable at all. I'm still working out my vanilla sock taste, I guess, which ones I like the best. And yeah, here it is. So I am hoping to have the second sock done for Rhinebeck, because I do want to wear them. I have a pair of those cute little clear Converse where you can see the colors through them, so I think that would be really cute in there. But I did not cast on the second sock right away. We'll see what happens. But I really want them badly enough that I think it's going to happen. I do. There's the hoe. Okay, whip. Okay, Rhinebeck Sweater. Oh my gosh, you guys. Rhinebeck is right around the corner. Rhinebeck Sheep and Wool Festival. Love Rhinebeck Sheep and Wool Festival. Love it. My son Ashton is coming with me. I cannot wait to go and see everybody and see all the beautiful things and just have a lovely time. I'm so due for a vacation. So this is it. I talked about this last podcast and I've made some great progress on this, and I did not knit on this that much really. This pattern's zooming. This is called, let's see, the Victoria Sweater by Zuza Kiss. It is a paid for pattern. It's in fingering weight yarn, and I am knitting it in Leading Min Fiber Arts in their soliloquy base, say that 5 times fast, in the Kaleidoscope colorway and the Dames at Sea colorway. These are very generous skeins, 150 yards or 150 grams in each skein. This is almost full. Clearly this one's not. And it's got 657 yards in each skein. So they're great for sweaters, and the price is very affordable. I've got some ways to explain this because some of you guys, I think a few of you are knitting it, and some people are interested in it, so I'm excited to show you what I've got. I've got essentially, the body done of it, and I'm knitting the sleeves right now. Here's what it is. Now it's not blocked, so it's going to look a little crazy, but there we go. Yeah, that does look a lot crazy. I'm putting the picture in here of the pattern at some point, so you'll see that. But what I told you guys about this pattern is that, see this here, this stripe section? This is a triangular shawl, and you knit that first. This is the back of it. And then you fill in all this here, okay? Then you bind it off, and now I'm knitting sleeves, and then I'm going to knit the yoke, and I'm done. This is what, very quickly. I have not knit on this, like, I haven't been monogamous at all, and I've been knitting on it quite a bit the last couple days and stuff, but it's going so fast. So in the pattern it says that you use 2.5 millimeter needles. I am using 3.5 millimeter needles, which are US size 4. I just like the fabric it creates, and I believe I even got gauge with it maybe. I don't remember exactly. I am knitting the size 36, and what can I tell you about this now? So one of the things I wanted to show you guys is that, so I told you I was having a problem with the start. After you knit this triangular shawl piece, this part here really threw me for a loop. I had to take it to a knitting group and ask some friends for some advice, and I contacted the designer, and it boggles the brain the way it goes. But we got it figured out, and as you can see down here, there's a garter stitch edge here, and there's a garter stitch edge that goes up around that traces out the shawl piece. See? Now this part right here splits a little bit, and in the pictures it looks okay, but I think I'm going to sew that up just a little bit. I don't know. I think I will, but how I wanted to explain how that happened, because it's hard to explain in words, and she does have very intricate The notes are very specific. If you follow the notes, you should be fine. But I wanted to show you this. Oh my gosh. Is that even showing up? I think I need a marker, don't I? Here we go. Let me use my pen here real quick. This is not by any stretch of the imagination an artistic drawing. Okay, so pretend this is the shawl piece here, right? Then what you do, this is how it starts out at the bottom. You bind off the shawl, it's a completely separate piece. And what you're going to do here is you cast on all these stitches. There's 2 needles going here. And it explains it in the pattern. I'm not going to explain it explicitly, clearly, but you cast on all these stitches here, and none of it's attached to this triangle at this point, right? But it starts here, and it goes around, and then you knit back. So it's not a complete circle. You're going back and forth, but finally it attaches here, and it keeps going up, and you're going back and forth and back and forth. So it looks really weird. You have this piece hanging down just like this for a long time, and as you start filling it in, it moves up. See? It starts out and you're seeing only this round part at the bottom. But then as you're filling it and you're going this way. So it's like you're going from the bottom up. You're working the bottom to the top. So I hope that helps somebody, because I would have loved to have seen that. That would have really made it clear for me. So it's going to look like that for a little while. It looks very weird, doesn't it? That doesn't look like a sweater. Not at all. So I had to show that to you guys. Love this sweater. It's going quickly. I've already got other thoughts about it. Let me show you the sleeve a little bit. I got a little bit of work on that. Keep your place in the pattern. She has a cheat sheet in there that gives you row by row stitch counts that is helpful, but you really, I think, to keep track of your increases and decreases, really know what row you're on. I am putting little hash marks in the margins each time, because it's very easy to get those. I was off a couple stitches multiple times, but only 2, and I went ahead and let it go. And it might have caused an issue. I don't know, because it's not blocked, but see right here? It's puckering right here. This is like kind of like a hump, like I'm a humpback whale or something. But hopefully that blocks out. When I put it on, I'm going to actually put it on for you guys right now, show you what it looks like. Don't do anything crazy on me, Mr. Microphone. And we don't want to flash anything inappropriate, so give me a second here. Oh, this microphone thing is, oh well, we're just going to work with it. So, see, this is how it goes. And, oh gosh, you guys really do not want to see my belly. That's what I have right now. And then look at the back. Let's see. Is it showing the pucker a little bit? But I think it'll block out enough that it's not going to bother me. I mean, I'm not going to rip it out and change it. I'm not. I am going so quickly on this that I want this for Rhinebeck. Last year I did not have a Rhinebeck sweater. This is totally doable. It is a fast sweater, and I just don't want to stop. It does not bother me enough to fix that. But I think I would probably be aware of that in my next, if I knit it again. Which I think I would. I really do. I would do a few different things with the colors again. I have some great color ideas, but who knows? Who knows? I want to knit all the things right now. So there's that, and then let me show you the little bit of the sleeve I've got here. So the collar, I'm definitely changing the collar. The collar is ribbed, but then it has like a little extra piece up here. I'm not a fan of that. Some people did it. It looks cute on people, but I'm taking that out. Some people did take that out. I will. But you do have ribbing up here, normal collar. But since you have garter at the bottom, she starts with garter at the sleeves, like the cuffs. Wasn't sure about that. I was like, eh. But I went ahead and stayed true to the pattern for this. But I was like, I just did. Because I understand the reasoning. It's matching the bottom of the garment. But I could also see doing ribbing too, because it would match up here. But you know what? I want to see, because if I don't like a garter cuff, I don't know. I think I don't, but maybe after I knit it I will. There's been times stuff like that's happened, so I'm going to stay with it because I've never done garter cuffs. It does not bother me the way it looks right now. I did a twisted German cast on for this because I wanted it to be stretchy, and that's where I'm at right now. And I also ordered So I am all about 9-inch circular needles. I've been doing my socks on them. I love DPNs. I do. I love them and I love knitting with them. But I cannot deny the fact that my 9-inch circs are so much faster. They just are. So I still use my DPNs clearly. But I ordered some 9-inch circs because I think they'll work wonderfully for sweater sleeves in this size. And these are very grippy. These are not slick needles, but I don't mind, depending on what I'm knitting, I don't mind if they're not slick. I've talked about these. These are the Marbles DPNs. I do think they're fabulous for casting on and joining in the round because it does give you that grip so your stitches don't twist, they stay in place. I think these are fantastic. I really enjoyed having them. But I am ready with the sleeve. I just want to zoom with these sleeves. So I ordered some 9-inch circs to finish these sleeves out. I got Amazon Prime, baby. I love Amazon Prime. 2-day shipping. We just had a factory built here in our neighborhood, so one day, not a factory, a warehouse, I could have things here in hours. I can't even imagine. Okay, I also used, these are one of my favorite needles for circs because I really like the cord. These are Child Goo Red Lace. I really, really enjoy these needles, stainless steel. These are my go-to needles. I always buy these if they're available. The cord never gets kinked up. It stays very loose and nice. I like them. There is that. That's it for my Rhinebeck sweater. And yeah, that just seemed like that went really fast. I feel like I'm zooming through this today. So let's go into stash acquisition, shall we? Let's just dive right into there. I got 2 skeins of yarn from Once Upon a Corgi. Gabby from Once Upon a Corgi podcast. Hello, Gabby. I am so happy for her. She is dyeing yarn full time, and you guys know I love her yarn. I have, I've bought some of her yarn in the past. I have a pair of socks on the needles with her yarn, but this one, she is doing a pumpkin spice KAL with Joe from Hitting the High Notes. Oh gosh, I hope I'm not getting that mixed up with another podcast. It'll be down here if I just said the wrong thing. Opera Joe on Ravelry. But they're doing a really cool knit along. This is called Because Pumpkin Spice in the Riley base. This is 100% superwash yak. No superwash? Uh-oh. I don't think this is superwash. 100 grams, 246 yards. And this stuff is so soft. I have no idea what I'm going to make with this. I just had to try this base out. And I know, I've got some ideas, but I don't know yet. And then this one I've been trying to see in person because it's in our Audrey base, which is 80% BFL, superwash BFL, 20% nylon. It's called Apple Fritters. And I just think this is just fun. It just is so fall, and the name, I love the name. She gave me the perfect description. It's like toasted pie crust with these beautiful shots of red, slight berry hint to it, but I love it. It's gorgeous and very tonal too. So there's that. No clue what these are going to be when they grow up. Not a clue. The other thing I got is, let me show you this, guys. I won 2 prizes, not 1 but 2. I never win anything from our community, which I don't enter a lot of things, but like I love it when podcasters come into my group and try for prizes, because why not? If it's something you like, we're all knitters. Like, come on in, see what's there. But the one thing, I won an Instagram prize. I've never won anything like that. I never thought I would, but I won this, and it is, look at this. Oh, I got like a package too. It's great. This is Beautiful Mess Yarnworks. I got Tweedy yarn. I love tweed yarn. I don't know why I haven't bought any. I really don't. This is a beautiful tonal green with this gorgeous tweed. And it is 85% superwash merino and 15% tweed. Fingering weight, 100 grams, 438 yards, called Green Tea. Perfect name for this. Perfect. Love it. Beautiful. And I got a DPN holder. And then I got this yarn winder, which I've never used a yarn winder. I'm gonna have to look that up. And it looks like you can store needles in it. Yarn ball winder. Never stop stitching. I've never used one. There's a top to it too. Yarn Valet. Huh. I'm curious. I'm intrigued. So that was a great prize. Thank you so much for that prize. I love it. Did I show you the DPN holder? I don't think I did. There it is. I love my DPN holders. I use them all the time. And I won a prize from the Knitting I Love podcast from Barbara. I was so excited. I'm getting yarn from her too. I was like, twice in 2 weeks. David, who I'm going to talk about later from the Dog Dare podcast, he's like, you should go buy a lottery ticket. I don't play the lottery. But I was like, yeah, maybe he's got a point. So I went and bought a ticket. So it was a really fun mail week. Then I got, let's show you the next thing I got. Dingo Dye Works. I've been dying to try her yarn. So I got 2 skeins of that, and I can open it. It's mine. Don't know why I haven't. It is this gorgeous red color called, what is it called? Ooh, I don't know if I can say that. Carinju? It's beautiful. Ridgy Didge is the base, I believe. Extra fine, 85% extra fine merino, 15% nylon, 400 meters, fingering weight, 100 grams. That's beautiful. I don't know what that's going to be when it grows up either, but it's gorgeous. Love it. The other one I got, because I'm trying to kind of expand, my horizons with some yarn. This is called Calundra, and I believe it's based on a flower. But look at that. This very soft, delicate blues and yellows, but then look at that. There's like this shot of this dark purple in here, and there's beautiful speckles in the cream colored yarn. And I don't know what it is. I've been so good at buying yarn with a purpose, and now I've been buying pretty skeins of yarn again. So there's that. And let's see the next thing. Let's go. Yep. All right, this is it. Hope I didn't forget anything. I probably forgot something. Who knows? I got the kit from Katrina of the Yarn 30 podcast and Cat's Kettle Yarn. She did a collaboration with Jody of Mrs. Brown's Bag, the Grocery Girls. And this is the colorway that they did. This is called Pansy Garden. And I loved both colorways she came up with. The Weathered, I think, is the other one that she came up with, or is Eggs? I don't know. Katrina has beautiful colorways. I mean, just gorgeous. I love her work. This is a Stellina base. This is stunning. Beautiful. And it came with this bag. Does that match perfectly? I love this bag for a couple reasons. It's got this beautiful, just this really cute flower print in here, real delicate looking. I like this because it's whimsical, but also kind of sophisticated, if that makes sense. Like, it's not, yeah, I just love it. You guys look at it and tell me what you think. So there's that. I think this is beautiful. Great collaboration. And Jody Tracy sent so much goodies, extras in here, and some of them are for you. I got a Mrs. Brown's bag that will be a future giveaway, and they told me I can keep whatever I want and give whatever I want. Well, I love note cards. You'll always get a note card from me if you get something from me, and I'm keeping these. These are mine. They're beautiful. I love them. And then they sent this gorgeous yarn. Red sock, blue sock, sock yarn, sock adventures. I've never heard of them, but how fun. Look at that. I haven't decided if I'm keeping it or giving it away. I don't know. So cool though. 115 grams of the Dreamcatcher and 25 grams of Royal Blue. I think that would make some cool socks for my boys. I don't know though what I'm gonna do. I got a bunch of buttons and some little scissors. These little scissors I was dying to try. And so, oh goodness, I'm dropping things. They sent me some. I will definitely be keeping some, and I will definitely give away at least one. But check this out. Here's these little bitty scissors. I love tiny scissors in my Notions pouch. And then that. Aren't they cute? If I had to pick my favorite, probably these. They're just so stinking cute. They're all cute. So I don't know. Maybe I'll give away two. I don't know. I'm definitely keeping that one that I just showed you. But then I got a bunch of buttons, and I love buttons. I have a button jar. And I will be keeping some of these, and I will give some away as well. They're beautiful. And this is Kelmscott Designs. And the scissors are by the same people. Yep. They're called Flower Power Scissors, Blooming Cute Miniatures. So I got that, and yeah, it's been a great mail week. I'm looking around. Is there anything else? No, I don't think so. I think that's it. I am under an hour. That hasn't happened in a really long time. There's a lot I want to share with you guys. There's so many stories I want to tell you, and things you guys said you loved. You love the Air Force stories, and you like stories about the kids, and I definitely have stories on all of them. Maybe we'll end up with, and I want to give some podcast love. Almost forgot. Podcast love. I want to start putting that in. So I have 2 podcasts I want to talk about. And they are, the first one is David from Dog Dare Podcast. Hello, David. I am really enjoying him. I like him. He's kind of a fresh, unique, new voice in our community. Not just because he is clearly a man, but it's just a different flavor. He's into spooky stuff. Like, he does these really cool spins. He likes scary movies, and he's done some cool things. I'm not into scary, so whenever he does something really scary, or I think he's done some things in some haunted houses or something, I can't do it. He knows that. But I really like, he's a spinner and a weaver, and he does a lot of great stuff. And his episodes are pretty short too, so they're very doable for if you're busy. I really like that too. Kind of like Knitting I Love. Barbara always has really quick videos as well. But I really enjoy David. I've really enjoyed getting to know his podcast. He has not that many. He's under 10, so you could totally binge him if you wanted to. The other one that I just came across, and there's so many. When I thought last week when I was giving out some podcast love that I hadn't been watching that many, I go in spurts, but I have watched a lot of new podcasts that I was like, why didn't I mention this person? Why didn't I mention that person? So if I haven't mentioned you, it's not a slight. I'm going to start working through you guys, okay? I'll tell you guys who I've been watching. The other one I wanted to mention was the Mean Girls knits. I love them. I came across them, and I think it was just in my feed somewhere, I was like, who are they? They're hilarious. They are hilarious. It is Stephanie and Rebecca, and they're sisters, and they're just funny. If you like the Grocery Girls, you're going to like them. They are very down to earth. They're mothers. They have like 1 billion kids between the 2 of them. I think one of them has 5, the other one has 2. But they're just really cute and fun, and they're sisters, so they irritate each other, and it's a whole family thing. The whole Mean Girls thing comes from family, not rivalry or disputes. I'm going to describe this badly. Just watch their show. You'll get a feel for it. They're a lot of fun, and they do a lot of cool projects, and their stories are hilarious. So, hello, ladies. I wanted to mention them and put them out there. And I think that's where I'm going to stop with that. And I think I'm just going to wrap it up here. I need some easy editing, and I want to put this out to you guys. So, thank you so much for spending time with me. I apologize if this is kind of like a wham bam, here you go kind of thing. But, yeah, it's kind of there. I'm kind of in that zone right now. So I foresee some relaxing times in my future. Cross my fingers. Anyways, I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I cannot wait to see you guys again. Truly, you guys are a highlight in my day. I love spending time with you guys. I love getting to know you guys, and thank you. Thank you for giving me that privilege. So until next time, I will see you and make something beautiful. Bye.